Today I have another poem from this collection, Cowboy Poetry, A Gathering, edited by Hal Cannon. This is another poem by Squire Omar Barker. It's called Jack Potter's Courtin'. And I'm going to read it today because it's Thursday. It's Poetry Thursday. It's Cowboy Poetry Thursday. My name is Greg, and this is Ghost Readers in the Sky. Jack Potter's Courtin' by S Omar Barker. Now young Jack Potter was a man who knowed the ways of steers, from burr nests in their hairy tails to ticks that chawed their ears. A Texican and cowhand to the saddle bred and born, he could count a trail herd on the move and never miss a horn. But one day on a tally, back in 1884, he got to acting dreamy, and he sure did miss the score. The old man knowed the symptoms. "Jack, you ain't no good like this. I'll give you just 10 days to go and find out what's amiss." Amiss was just what ailed him, for he'd fell in love for sure with a gal named Courtin, mighty purty, sweet, and pure. So now Jack rode 100 miles a-swearin', with the thought of sweetsome words to ask her with, the way a feller ought. "I'm just a humble cowhand, Miss Courtin, if you please, that hereby asks your heart and hand upon my bended knees." It sounded mighty simple, thus rehearsed upon the trail. But when he come to Courtin's house, his words all seemed to fail. 'Twas "Howdy, ma'am," and "How's the crops," and "How's your pa and ma?" For when it came to asking her, he couldn't come to taw. He took her to a dance one night. The hoss she rode was his. "He's a dandy little horse," she says. "Well, yep," says Jack, "he is." They rode home late together, and the moon was riding high, and Jack, he got to talking about the stars up in the sky, and how they'd guide a trail herd like they do the sea-going ships, but words of love and marriage, they just wouldn't cross his lips. So he spoke about the pony she was riding, and he said, "You'll note he's fancy-gaited, and don't ever fight his head." "He's sure a little dandy," she agrees, and heaves a sigh. Jack says, "Why, you can have him, that is, maybe, when I die." He figured she might savvy what he meant, or maybe guess, and give him the sweet answer which he longed for, namely, yes. But when they reached the ranch house, he was still a-wondering how he would ever pop the question, and he had to do it now, or wait and sweat and suffer till the drive was done that fall, when maybe she'd be married and he'd lost her after all. He put away her saddle, led his pony to the gate. "I reckon I'll be drifting, ma'am. It's getting kinder late." Her eyes were bright as starlight, and her lips looked sweet as flowers. Says Jack, "Now this here pony, is he mine or is he ours?" "Our pony, Jack," she answered, and her voice was soft as moss. Then Jack, he claims he kissed her, but she claims he kissed the hoss.
Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, the ghost riders in the sky.
There's another poem by Squire Omar Barker. It's called something about Jack and courting and something.